You are about to enter immersive storytelling. What's going to be so immersive about this one? You got the traditional man-woman, you got the gay couple, you got the age gap, you got asexual, and then, gay age gap.
They would prefer to steer clear and let us work.
I've never seen the text this small before. These guys look so gay.
Find anything interesting?
Absolutely nothing. Did I just spend the last 20 to 30 minutes just hearing about how nothing's a big deal and nothing matters?
It was crooked by 22 degrees to the left.
Okay, so she's autistic.
The way they're treating her so differently from the other guests is really going over the line.
They know all of that from bumping into her a single time.
Of course we'll lend a hand.
Speak for yourself, bum. You're the one that fucking just like looted. You just looted the entire banquet with like 700 to-go orders. What the fuck are you doing talking about taking cases for free?
We're
I
not only
fucking
skilled
hate
in the
this
mystic
bear,
arts.
bro. The only thing that's ruptured here are their fucking bank accounts, bro. ZZZ really didn't want to add a CN region to their game, but they got forced to by Hoyoverse and the CCP. He's a leech, bro. He's a fucking parasite. Why is this one moving? I'm staying at the building on the left. This place looks like shit. I feel like I'm playing a Batman game, except Bruce Wayne has Down syndrome.
Which then caused it to slam into the window. Later, while trying to escape, it knocked over the flower pot.
This is one of the worst stories ever. Why are we telling a random schoolgirl about, like, the internal workings of, like, an organization? Why am I looking at this? The elevator at Sweebian's temple's entrance goes straight to Siloom Bay, so the elevator goes to Siloom... Am I playing a retard?
The agent's suggestion is worthy of consideration.
He does no damage.
I take full responsibility for my choices.
We're for sure skipping her. An hour and 20 minutes in, we're gonna have our first combat.
What? Strange moaning sounds on the mountain path.
Soon, we're gonna hear voices that only dogs are able to hear. Someone broke my toy, and I'm trying to fix it. If we have to go fix this little shit's toy to progress this quest... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. That was so bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've gone ahead, and on the first day of version 2.1, instead of actually completing the story, we completed 2.0. And so now, for version 2.1, we're finally started off this quest. And I hope it's a good one, because we had our list of critiques about 2.0. Very, very poor setup. A lot of stuff happening way too fast. And just really, really poor characterization and overselling of characters. Like Yijuan, instead of actually letting the story breathe. And of course, you know, it's just, you know, all the black screens and white text, all of that. So we've got our laundry list of concerns when it comes to this quest. I'm hoping that 2.1 has fixed a lot. Because I'm gonna be real, the game is not really popping off right now. And it needs all the help that it can get. But that effort has to come from the top. What the fuck even is this? I had all... All right, well, there's your proof. You got a minute? There's something I want to discuss. Starting off the first part of the story quest without any, like, voice lines is a little bit of an interesting move. But yeah, sure, we'll go for it.
The production of Porcelain is super important, and neither Tops nor Porcelamex can pretend that nothing happened.
You know one thing they haven't characterized enough across 2.0 and 2.1? What Porcelain fucking does, bro. They've made this resource so significant, and then it has, like, no involvement at all anywhere in the story. Like, nothing is done with it. Show me that it, like, cures cancer.
Since we're operating in Wi-Fi Peninsula, we still have to do our best to maintain a working relationship with Damien.
I feel like Damien's just getting too much unwarranted hate right now.
It will do Porcelamex a favor and attend the banquet.
Something's gonna happen to this fucking panda within, like, the first 10 minutes of the story, and then he's gonna be out of commission for the rest of the quest. Wise, the Porcelamex banquet is set for tomorrow night at the banquet hall on the second floor of Yumcha Sin. Let's meet up in front of Yumcha Sin then. Dude, I tell you, every single unvoiced dialogue literally looks like it's written by AI, bro. The next day, after taking care of some personal matters, evening arrives. You are about to enter immersive storytelling. All right, what's going to be so immersive about this one? You then arrive at the banquet hall on the second...
If there's anything you'd like to eat that's not being served, just let me know directly.
Yeah, why is everyone hating on this guy? I don't think he's that bad. I think he's an okay dude. Teasingly ask. I don't know if those are the proper words to use over here. I'm seeing a wide variety of different relationships over here, right? You got the traditional man-woman, you got the gay couple, you got the age gap, you got asexual, and then gay age gap.
They would prefer to steer clear and let us work things out on our own.
I've never seen the text this small before. What the fuck?
The military is the biggest buyer of porcelain, and by controlling Wi-Fi Peninsula, Tops essentially controls their most...
So you know that critique that I had about porcelain at the start, where it seemed like we were supposed to make this resource significant without knowing why it's significant? It seems like they heard that critique, and they're now starting to explain it more. After playing 2.0, it's like, you don't give a fuck about porcelain. Now it actually has plot significance.
Do you see that lady over there? She's the military's representative.
I'm assuming it's the one with green hair that's dressed differently than everybody else and has more details on their clothing. This much dialogue being on only one still image is a little concerning.
There are quite a few older individuals here too.
Would it have been so hard for them to have rendered all of these models and then just have like a sweeping view of the banquet as they're talking, focus in and then like zoom in on this character and their model when they're talking about it? I mean...
They'll be overseeing the security investigation while providing us with valuable insights.
And now I'm supposed to, like, pivot my attention to a different party, the inspection team, when it's been the same fucking image, bro? They're now referencing a group of different people when it's been the same fucking image and she's still the only person that stands out? There's no blame you can really put on the writers here. Get a second fucking PNG or use the in-game engine. Who the fuck are these guys?
You for coming.
These guys look so gay.
And if I were to take sides, it could come at a fatal cost.
So Damien is literally a professional fence sitter. At least the start of this quest seems to be way more voiced than what I was expecting. I felt like I was doing a lot more reading and, you know, talking out loud during 2.0. That one 2D PNG thing that was going on, they need to cut that shit, bro. Why don't they just have like a panning shot? They got it modeled out and everything. Like they got her and her model. They got like him doing his fucking animal things over there. They have everybody. You have all the assets. Do like a zoom in on her. Her model looks like good. Instead, they showed us like some shitty image of her for like 5 minutes. They've got to know how to make lobster 3 ways, right? Let's start with 3 each. I don't, okay. Why don't you just feed your fucking developers so they can stop putting their food fantasies in the middle of the fucking game? Surely the Hoyo devs are fucking starved or something. There's no other reason why somebody would write this shit and put it in the fucking game. Many experts in the inspection team seem to know each other. Rather than focusing on their duties as part of the inspection team, everyone seems to be more interested in their own research projects. Well, that's human. But if they get Tops' why do I care about this? All these conversations are so absolutely meaningless. Hopefully this one's good. It involves the CEOs. But it's really all thanks to Mr. Ferox's keen eye for talent. Finding such a gem like this, they're super gay. Haha, look at you two being all formal with each other. The joke is they're being formal with each other when they're actually gay lovers.
Find anything interesting?
Absolutely nothing.
The security investigation seems more like a ritual for the city's upper circles to align their intentions, and just a way to reassure the public.
Then what are we doing here, bro? Did I just spend the last 20 to 30 minutes just hearing about how nothing's a big deal and nothing matters? I want to enjoy my story quest.
Let's enjoy a proper meal, Wise.
All right.
Wow, the ingredients
Enjoy.
say you're top-
My apologies, miss.
It's okay.
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, did she just intentionally drop her fucking...
Excuse me.
Okay,
You
there we go.
dropped
Oh, sorry about that.
Here.
Thank you both very much. Oh, you're with the safety inspection team. Wow, you look so young. And you're already an expert in the ether industry? Sorry, I must excuse myself. Did I say something wrong?
You talk too much. You never
Young
shut up.
lady, seems you're completely at a loss.
If I'm not mistaken, you're the military research consultant.
That's right. My name's Isolde. That girl and I are both decorative props. Just here for show.
In a luxury suite prepared by Okay, I'm gonna be honest. That was so bad. We went into the banquet. We found out nothing's a big deal. Nothing matters. And then we get a short cutscene where somebody drops a name tag. That's the hook? That was so bad. Like, this shit doesn't even make sense. Wait, is this Damien?
You misunderstand me. As I just said, Porcelumex has every right to file a lawsuit against your family and hold you accountable.
Oh, so I guess he is evil.
Did I make a mistake? What should I do?
This has to be like the most random plot fucking development ever, bro. I get the whole like subverting expectations and stuff like this. What was the fucking setup for this? They were just looking for some sort of way to integrate this into the story. They needed a reason to put Alice and Yasuha's characters into this quest. They didn't care about how they were going to be integrated and just needed a reason to put them in the plot. They're writing a main story and then they're attaching the characters to it. The story is already written and then they force the characters inside. I think back to ZZZ 1.4 where the story centers around Miyabi, but the story is built around Miyabi as a character. She is the foundation of the story, and that's why it works well. You just take Yi Zhuan's past out of the 2.0 story, and not much changes at all. I feel like I'm gonna see the exact same thing happen over here in 2.1 with whatever the fuck Alice and Yasuha are doing in here.
There must be something urgent if someone's showing up at this hour.
I feel like the story is there. It feels like the ZZZ writers have lost control of the story. It feels like the influence of Hoyoverse is forcing them to go ahead and continually, repeatedly, just keep up this really, really bad storytelling.
It was crooked by 22 degrees to the left. I remember that clearly.
Okay, so she's autistic for sure.
I had planned to ask Porcelumex's staff for help with this, but I couldn't get in touch with anyone.
This is one of the most contrived plot points I think I've ever heard in my life.
The way they're treating her so differently from the other guests is really going over the line.
They know all of that from bumping into her a single time. She's so forced into this story, it's ridiculous. They're sacrificing the story just to sell the characters.
I'd like to ask for your help in investigating the unidentified object that appeared outside my window.
But we're just proxies. No, you're not anymore. You have fucking superpowers now, idiot.
Of course we'll lend a hand.
Speak for yourself, bum. You're the one that fucking just like looted. You just looted the entire banquet with like 700 to-go orders. What the fuck are you doing talking about taking cases for free?
We're
I
not only
fucking hate
skilled in the
this
mystery
bear,
arts.
bro. I was about to farm, you fatty. Yeah, you shouldn't be making this decision on your own. The fuck? She's here for us. Stupid.
I'm not making decisions for you. I'm just helping you seize an opportunity.
Who asked for your help?
The Timefield family isn't just loaded. They're on a whole nother level. Whether Beeline and the others get paid leave and whether Senior Fufu gets to eat meat next month all depend on you two now.
Yeah, I'm about to dip. I'm about to dip this peninsula. I'm about to dip the fucking Suibian temple. Hey, go restore it yourselves. Not like y'all are doing anything anyways. What is this the faction of homeless people? Are they this close to ruin? The only thing that's ruptured here are their fucking bank accounts, bro. Instead of sheer force, it's sheer poverty.
Really willing to take this commission?
Is this how Yunkai Summit has been characterized? As like low-key useless? ZZZ really didn't want to add a CN region to their game, but they got forced to by Hoyoverse and the CCP to add a CN region. And so now they're doing like some retconning and then turning them into like a bunch of like homeless beggars. Like that's why this guy is like such a fucking... He's a leech, bro. He's a fucking parasite.
I'll be staying here tonight.
Totally makes a ton of sense why she's now with Yunkai Summit. I think it actually started off pretty decently. I was pretty engaged with the whole, like, Damien storyline, the internal conflict at Tops. I thought it was gonna get into, like, the political intrigue and, like, the warring factions inside of Tops and Porcelumex. And then we're gonna be, like, involved in that and then get, like, some interesting sort of, like, you know, company dynamics, all of that going on. But instead, now it's, they had to not tell that story. And now we gotta go worry about, Miss Alice Timefield having a ghost appear on her window somehow. After that strong start at the beginning where we get the political intrigue at Tops, we're now helping somebody not be scared of a poster. No worries, I was just about to look for you. Why is this one moving?
About that thing I saw outside my window last night.
You guys want to see what she saw outside her window last night? There you go. That's why she's so scared.
How about we take a look around the lower floor of your building first?
I'm staying at the building on the left. This place looks like shit. How big was the shadow? Huge, basically covering the entire... I don't care. Who cares? Just get me Pat. This is not engaged. This is not interest. This is boring as shit.
The reason I was so certain that it was tilted exactly 22 degrees was because there was a shipping label on the crate. But let's just assume for a moment that it was. Then what do you think made it fall to the ground?
Gravity.
Fell off, landing right on the flower pot.
Right. There must be a reason the flower pot fell. If something as large as the cargo had hit it directly, the whole rack would have come crashing down. The fact that one pot was left...
While I was playing the 2.0 story yesterday, everyone was saying the 2.1 quest was like good. Are you guys retarded? Why does everyone just lie about this game? You're in here experiencing an objectively bad product, and you guys are saying it's good. I don't understand it. This sucks ass. I feel like I'm playing a Batman game, except Bruce Wayne has Down syndrome.
Which then caused it to slam into the window. Later, while trying to escape, it knocked over the flower pot.
Wouldn't it be cool if we had like some MS Paint thing to show like how this occurred?
The footprints go up the pillar to the overpass.
Let's follow them and check it out.
Can I move?
The footprints are all jumbled here.
Where could it have gone? Huh? There it is! Don't let it get away!
Hey, stop! There! It ran into the jump!
So you were behind yesterday's pranks! The real culprit...
Monato?
What?
Huh?
Yuzuha, visitors.
Coming! What can I get for you? Huh? Oh, well. Huh. Guess I got found out after all.
This is one of the worst stories ever. We started off going to a banquet and then hearing about political intrigue inside of the Tops and Porcelumix organization. And now we're getting into people playing pranks on each other late at night. And then we just did a little investigation course and here we are.
His full name is Kamanosuke, but we call him Kama.
I actually hate this character.
You and your partner played a prank on me that caused me a lot of trouble. I thought you'd really appreciate Kama's way of returning the favor.
What was the prank?
Porcelumix previously stated they'd thoroughly investigate the safety hazards and give the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula a proper explanation of the accident. Yet somehow they let an unqualified little girl sneak into a team of so-called experts. That's quite the prank if you ask me.
That's how it's tying back to the original plot. The story is like already formulated and then they have to shove these fucking characters into it. Their involvement makes so little sense that it is detracting from the story and making it dog shit. I told you this was going to happen. Frame 1, after Alice was introduced. Why are we telling a random schoolgirl all of this information about like the internal workings of like an organization?
After hearing you out, I realized I didn't think the prank through. Sorry about that. It won't happen again. Both my grandfather and father were scholars in the ether industry, and I've received a systematic education in hollow and ether studies from an early age under their guidance. Monato, what's with this person? She seems just as weird as you.
How would I know? And for the record, I'm not weird at all.
So from the sound of it, you're pretty confident in your knowledge.
What is going on in this dialogue? What is happening? Why am I looking at this?
Someone at Porcelumix has been illegally producing high-value porcelain items inside the hollow. Items not listed in the official registry.
Here is the actual conflict of the quest. It is revealed right fucking here. If the story was written in a good way, then we would have organically sort of like interacted with these two and then this concern would have been raised. But no, we gotta go ahead and we gotta start selling the units. That's why we have to shove in Alice into that banquet for some odd fucking reason. And then that's why we need to have this girl's fucking raccoon playing some pranks so that they can all meet up together and talk about it this way. We had the perfect avenue to get introduced to this conflict because we already know who Kamano Minato is from the 2.0 quest. He's pissed from the end of 2.0 because the daughter that he was watching, the father of that daughter literally got transformed into a mob. And so he has a reason to still be pissed at the whole like Porcelumix, whatever that incident. And so he could have easily been the trigger for this part of the quest and it would have made a ton of sense. But instead we got introduced to it from Alice. I don't know what it is. I actually hate both of them. Great.
You didn't leave with that fancy girl.
Can I come with you to Siloam Bay for the investigation?
That is how bad Alice's involvement in the story is. This is probably what the ZZZ devs were intending to have in 2.1.
We even had a proxy who's an expert at handling miasma just show up at our door.
Wait, how did she know that? Wait, how did she know we were Wait, isn't that supposed to be a secret? I wouldn't have even thought that these two had a relationship beforehand until this line. It's like the two did not even know each other from that dialogue. The elevator at Sweetbean's temple's entrance goes straight to Siloam Bay, so the elevator goes to Siloam... What? Am I playing a retard? An hour and 20 minutes in, we're gonna have our first combat. Oh, he's showing up. Oh, he's got a fucking... Wait, bro's kind of doing some work. Do they just have his kit in the game, bro?
The agent's suggestion is worthy of consideration.
He does no damage. He literally does no damage.
I take full responsibility for my choices. So please, there's no need to worry.
We're for sure skipping her.
You're riddled with flaws. Okay, I'll take care of it.
Oh, does she just... She just throws the sword and then summons another one?
You handle yourself well in a fight.
Wait, she's literally an easier version of Miyabi.
Before?
Yosa's tiny legs can jump that high?
Master has expressed a similar assessment.
Yeah, get them Denny's, brother. Woohoo! Awesome. Did you like Alice's combat? She seems absurdly simple to play. Her character sheet was 1 page. All right, is this the new area?
My brother failed his holo internship 3 times last year. Just seeing the holo from a distance made him nauseous.
Who asked?
What? Strange moaning sounds on the mountain path?
Soon, we're gonna hear voices that only dogs are able to hear. The frequencies are gonna be so high, only dogs will be able to hear it.
Take a look at this piece.
Oh, it's taking so long to move the plot. Can you just decide who's gonna get the character story quest and who's gonna be in the main quest, please? Good God almighty. I'm begging you. I don't know how, but they've managed to make the main quest feel entirely like filler. I guess I was right. When during the 2.1 live stream, I said it's filler.
Anyways, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna head out.
So the only reason why we talked to this guy was that so he could tell us to go talk to other guys. Someone broke my toy and I'm trying to fix it. I'm not in the mood. If we have to go fix this little shit's toy to progress this quest, when it comes to remote control toys, I might be able to... No, they're not doing this, are they? Am I going on a fetch quest for a fucking prepubescent kid to progress the main story?
Can you tell us where this porcelain shard came from? No.
That quest is a waste of time. It's complete fucking filler. I don't know who in their right mind is trying to tell you that ZZZ 2.1 is like not just a filler patch. It's literally the devs' lazy as fuck story patch that's actually designed straight up to waste your time and not go anywhere. If you look at the actual main plot points that were made for ZZZ 2.1, there's literally nothing. You go to a banquet. Alice gets shoved into the story at the end of the banquet. You find out there might be some potential problems at Porcelumix. Then Alice, for some fucking odd reason, right, just based off her characterization, is just scared as shit by fucking everything. And then you end up on like this 30-minute chase to go find out who the fuck put up a poster next to her window. You spend 30 minutes doing that. Then you get 30 minutes finding out what the issue is about a piece of fucking porcelain. They decide to like make you spend 30 minutes getting to the location that you need to go to. God forbid that you just teleport or take the elevator. You got to go take the long, hard, arduous path there, because I guess they needed the combat section. But the quest itself is actually so... Nothing happens during the quest. Things that normally were resolved by a loading screen are now the gameplay. I played it for like an hour and 45 minutes and almost nothing happened. All we did was get to the new area. An hour and 40 minutes I played and I got to the new zone because they dragged the fuck out of everything else. It's not a main quest. I could appreciate things like characterization. I could appreciate things like writing the story, right? But the thing is that there's a time and place for different bits of characterization, and you can characterize the units without wasting the viewer's time. Did I need to have that conversation with that kid for him to just tell us to go talk to other people because he has no information to share? Did I need to go talk to the other person that the kid referenced only to hear that they also have no information to tell us? What an absolute waste of the viewer's time. What an absolute embarrassment of a story patch after you just told people, thank you for staying with us, and after that absolute disappointment that was ZZZ 2.0 story patch. That's two patches in a row that have completely shit the bed with this game. You want to know what ZZZ's biggest mistake was? Actually making 1.4 a good patch. Because now everyone's just referencing 1.4 as like one of the good story patches the game has had, and everything that this game produces from here on out looks like dog shit in comparison. That'll be it for our first half, or hopefully first half review of whatever the hell the 2.1 quest is. I'm gonna be entirely real with you. 2.1 is a huge miss. It is a huge miss. It did not save ZZZ. It is an absolute disappointment from a storytelling and like plot design and just like story design angle. Instead of taking characters and building the story around them like they did in version 1.4, they're building the story first. They have this vision and they're ham-fisting characters into the story to try to make it work and to try to sell them. And the thing is, these two things are happening in isolation and then being jammed and mashed together at the end. And the end result is just a complete disaster in terms of overall story design that has you wondering why the fuck certain characters are even here and questioning why they're even involved in the plot in the first place. Or like where the significance, where the weight even comes from. And the end result is just like, it feels like a bunch of random links, associations being made that feel super forced, not natural at all. And it kind of just has you thinking like, what are these writers even thinking? Maybe the second half of the story will be better. We'll see. But that's just our take on the current one for now. Peace out.